Hi guys, I'm back. Yeah, still working on that. Thank you to everybody who saw my first video and subscribed. You've all been really like crazy sweet and you make me blush. So, yeah, I'm making another video for you guys. Cause I love you. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed the last video. I've moved my camera a bit. I hope this looks good. There was a box of tampons sitting right here in my first video. You can go back and check if you don't believe me, but I don't know why you wouldn't believe me because it's not really something I would lie about. And also, I got labs done today, so if you see that, that's all it is. That's all it is. So for today's video, I'm trying something that I have done before, and it's a little bit of a hot topic on YouTube. If you follow any other fashion influencers on here, you've probably seen that a lot of people are making videos cataloging their wardrobe. Now, let me preface, I've cataloged my wardrobe on a few different apps before, but right now I'm still trying to find the one that I like best because a lot of them are really different. And if you've seen any videos about this, the big one right now that you've probably heard the name of the most is Indyx. So we're trying Indyx today. Now you're probably like, but Mar, if you already have your clothes updated to another app, then why are you trying a new one? That's just a whole bunch of extra work. And honestly, it's been a while since I updated the app I'm using right now. And by updated, I mean like put in everything I've bought since a certain amount of time. I haven't put in any of my new clothes, and there's a lot. I cycle in and out of clothes, and I've just bought a whole bunch since I last updated. So honestly, I just get a little confused about like what's already in there and what's not in there and what's in there multiple times and so on. So I figure if that's the case and I'm not already in love with the app I'm using, why not just try out something new and start fresh? That way, I'm not missing out on anything. Yeah, I know I'm insane and that's a lot of work that I'm redoing, but whatever. To try and make things a little easier, my closet is already like divided up into sections. So I have like my t-shirts, my tank tops, my long sleeve t-shirts, blouses, so on. You get the idea. That way it feels a little less overwhelming, at least in my opinion. You know, so I don't have to do like everything today, if I can't. But honestly, I might, I don't know. It's a rainy day and there's nothing to do. And believe it or not, I actually think cataloging my closet is super fun. So if it did take me all day, the time would fly by, I wouldn't even notice, and I'd be enjoying myself. My arm just popped if you heard that, and if you didn't, this is awkward. Okay, let's start. Also, hey, hopping in here to say this video isn't sponsored. I don't know why it would be. I have, I think, like 29 subscribers now. Love you guys. I love you guys. I love all my subscribers. Anyways, if for some reason you thought I got a sponsorship with Indyx, no. I just really like clothes and I like taking pictures of my clothes and I like planning outfits, and that's what this video is about. So, I'm not making any money from this. If you want to pay me, Indyx, yeah, you can. I'm right here. Anyways, back to the video. Hey, I'm over here now. Also, super sorry about that. I can't do anything about it. I don't know, just try to ignore it. Maybe the footage I put in will cover it. Like I said before, this isn't my first time digitally cataloging my wardrobe. I think I've had maybe like 2 apps in the past. I don't remember their names though, so I forget literally every single idea I have. So the whole reason I started doing digital cataloging for my wardrobe in the first place is because I would get an idea for a really cool outfit, promise myself not to forget it and try it later, and then what do you know? I forgot. So having an app like this made it really easy to put those ideas down right whenever I got them so I could look back at them later and actually remember them. A digital wardrobe also made it a lot easier to actually wear the clothes that I own. My closet is pretty smushed full of crap, so there have been multiple times where I just forget I own something because I can't see it. Also, have you ever been getting ready to go out and like completely torn apart your closet because you can't find anything to wear last minute? Yeah, don't have to worry about that anymore. If I ever have last minute plans or like have to run out of the house when I thought I'd be in all day and I still want to look cute, I just go on my app and look for an outfit I already put together, and that way I can still look good without putting in the effort and making a mess of my room. You have literally no idea how many times I've been running late because of this very issue. And I don't like running late. It makes me anxious. It's nice because I have all these cool clothes and I want to be able to wear them, but something about getting ready to leave last minute, like my hair's ready, my makeup's done, I just need to pick an outfit and suddenly it's like my brain is foggy and I don't know how to function. Then I'm stressed about time, and when I'm stressed, I'm uncomfortable, and then my clothes are uncomfortable. Nothing seems to look right, and then I'm running late, which makes me even more stressed. By the end of it, I just end up putting on something plain and simple because I'm running out of time and I'm stressed the fuck out. It is such a relief just to have something pre-planned that I know I like and I know will look good. Another big reason I enjoy apps like this is because I have a bit of a doom scrolling problem. And I mean, a lot of people do. It's really easy to get sucked into your phone and do absolutely nothing for hours and hours. So if you're already doing nothing on your phone, why not do a healthier version of nothing and at least be like, kind of productive? I think this also works really well if you're like me and you have a bit of a shopping addiction, because like instead of digging for the next thing you're going to buy, which I literally could spend hours doing and have done and will do anyways, instead of looking for the next thing to buy, you can just be looking through what you already have and figuring out how to wear that. Since you don't wear it anyways, you don't need to be buying more clothes. I'm talking to me right now. Does that make sense? Because it makes sense to me, not the pointing at me part, the shopping and whatever. So instead of refreshing your socials over and over again, you'll be organizing and planning and like doing something creative. And I mean, think about it, like when was the last time you actually did something creative? That's not a dig. I mean, it could have been pretty recent. I don't know, maybe you've got a creative job or actual hobbies. I don't know your life. The point I'm trying to make is I think nowadays a lot of people don't get to flex that creative muscle as much as I think they should. I mean, at least I think. That is just my opinion. I mean, I went to college in an art program, but if I really sit down and think about the amount of times I've been creative since I graduated, it's not a lot. Like, it's kind of pathetic, but I could probably count them on both of my hands. Okay, maybe not less than 10, but less than 20. I mean, I went to school for art, and now I'm not doing anything creative, it feels like, except for cataloging my wardrobe. Also, hear me out, it's just fun. It is a fun, low-pressure way to experiment with your style, which is something that I think everybody should do. And that is why I will always recommend some sort of wardrobe cataloging app to literally everyone I know. Like shit, I even offer to do it for them for free. And it's really just because I love it that much and I think it's beneficial. I think everybody should do it, and you should do it too. And we're back. It has been many days since I started this. I know that initially I thought it would only take me like maybe a day to complete. I was wrong. Now that's not entirely laziness on my part. I am gonna get into why I also think it took longer than I expected it to. So I guess right now it's kind of like a review portion. I'm on this side now, mixing it up a little. Okay, like I said, it did take me a few days to complete. I think I was able to do like short sleeve tops and pants in one day, and then like tank tops and long sleeves, and then like skirts. The accessories were a whole day. That took a lot longer than I thought it would, especially because it's harder to photograph. If doing all of that seems like a lot of work to you, it is. I'm insane. However, if you decide to do this, you can also just go on the website of wherever you bought the clothing from, take a screenshot, and upload that directly into the app, just so it's a little less work. Personally, I like everything to be streamlined and look the same, so I figured I'm just gonna take pictures of everything. And yeah, That was like a lot of extra work I didn't have to do, but I like the way it looks. So to start with, some things I did like about Indyx is it has a really smooth interface. Everything looks really sleek and streamlined, just overall very clean. This app understands what its aesthetic is, and it does a really good job of maintaining that look. Now, aesthetics aside, I do really like, probably like one of my favorite features about this is the background removal it's with this other app called Photo Room, I think. And actually, when I'm using my other wardrobe app, if the background removal is wonky, I already have Photo Room downloaded on my phone, so I just take the picture, bring it into Photo Room, clear the background so it's a lot cleaner, and then bring it back to that initial wardrobe app I was using. So this is nice because I know that the background removal process is really good. I think I only had like one item of clothing that maybe came out looking a little weird with the background removal, and that's because it was like a tulle skirt, so it was just kind of see-through and I guess confused the AI. So that's really nice. It takes a step out of how I usually do it. Another thing I really like about it is you can have your wardrobe just completely open. There's sort of like a social feature on there where you can look through other people's open wardrobes and you can open yours for everyone to see. And it's nice because you get to look through all these other people's clothes, style their stuff, maybe get some inspiration. I just think it's very fun. I've always wanted to be a stylist, so it's kind of fun. I get to play around with that a little. But speaking of stylists, another feature the app has is that you can hire a stylist to make outfits for you from your wardrobe. The prices kind of range. There's like a couple different tiers. I haven't looked into it all that much because I don't have the money to be spending on getting styled right now. I also don't think I have enough to have an effective styling session. But that option is there if you feel like you need the help. And again, if you can't afford it, just get your friends to download the app and they can style you themselves. I also really like that you can check the stats of your wardrobe. It's very detailed. You can really look at, what you've purchased, what was homemade, is something thrifted or gifted. You can look at what brands you most wear. You can see what colors you have the most of, what category of clothing you own the most. For me, it was tops, which is no surprise. I hate shopping for bottoms. But yeah, it's really in-depth and it's kind of cool. I get to learn a bit about the stuff I'm wearing. I don't think it's a surprise to anybody that it's a lot of free people, mainly free people, and also Brandy Melville. I'm not too old to be shopping there. Before I get any teenage girls in my comments yelling at me, not too old to be shopping there. So there were a few things that I also wasn't a huge fan of in terms of how the app worked. The hardest thing for me to get behind was the uploading process. It was so slow. I don't think I have a very big wardrobe, but it still took forever. So I can't help but imagine, if you're someone who owns a lot of clothes, that's gonna take a while. You can only upload one thing at a time, and when you do, you have to go through, you're required to mark a brand, mark a size, and a color. A few colors. As many colors as you want, actually, that's kind of nice. The other apps I used, you could kind of batch upload. You could go into your camera roll and click a bunch of different clothes, and it would upload them all at once. You could go through and do the brands, the colors, the categories, or you could just save them for later so that they're already in there if you're on a time crunch. To my knowledge, you can't do that with Indyx. And when you are uploading things like your accessories, your jewelry, and your hats, the process is made even slower because you're still required to put a size in. What do you mean, what size is my necklace? It's a necklace. But by requiring to put that in, I can understand why they would. You do get better results looking at your statistics. But I don't know. For some people, that's really important to be able to track their wardrobe and sort of their spending and how much is secondhand, what's brand new, all that kind of stuff. But for me, I really just want to make outfits, and I'd really just like to jump in and throw some stuff together on a canvas. And having to spend 30 minutes just uploading and putting in all those details kind of bogs me down. Anyways, do I think you should try it? Yes. I think everybody should do it. We've talked about this. I've already covered this. I think everybody needs a wardrobe app. Now, whether it's Indyx or something similar, I don't really have much of an opinion. I think you should be able to use whatever works best for you, and that might not be Indyx. However, if you do use Indyx, you should definitely leave a link to your wardrobe in my comments so that I can look through your clothes and style some outfits for you. I'm sorry if this was, again, a nothing burger video. Maybe it was a little boring. I'm sorry. But I kind of wanted to use it to set up opportunities for different kinds of videos in the future. Like I said, I think it would be really fun to be able to style you guys or have you guys style me and make a video out of that. Yeah, I just think that would be a lot of fun. So if you're interested, you can link your wardrobe or check mine out on Indyx. I'll link it in the description. And yeah, that's it. I'm working on an upload schedule, so you can probably expect a new video either once a week or once every 2 weeks. I have a lot of good ideas, and I got a lot of good feedback last time, so we're working on it. And I will figure out an intro and outro at some point, but right now, I don't have one, so bye.